house rules. Got a question? Raise your hand. Also, if you have a cell phone, go ahead and turn that ringer off. Show a little respect, you know. I mean, we gotta do that. What's cool is that he's standing right behind me, I bet. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, you know. But he's a prankster. You all know this because you've been to his panels. And he tells you straight up.
Yep.
I was a prankster. He's also a gangster, but in a good way. So are you ready?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do Go-Go Power Rangers. 1, 2, 3. Go-Go
Power Rangers! Power Rangers!
Who's your favorite?
Green Ranger!
Green Ranger, go!
Green Ranger, go!
Give it up, JDF in the house. What's JDF in this top?
Yeah, I was out there using the phone. I didn't see you guys were calling me out here.
We were calling for you.
Or yeah, I didn't know.
How's the Red Bull treating you?
I wasn't listening to the rules and stuff like that.
You're a habitual line stepper like myself, so you know, sometimes rules follow, sometimes we don't. So it just happens.
Thanks for coming, guys.
How's day 2 treating you?
The tea?
No, how's day 2 treating you?
Oh, I tasted the tea. I was like, the tea's really good. Day 2 was good. Took a little run outside in the heat, and it was fine until I got back to the hotel. Started the heat started catching up. Oh man, it was like, it wasn't hot doing it. Well, it kind of was, but it just kind of overheated a little bit. It was good. It was good. Brian, I was reading your book. I was reading Brian's book in the back. He has 2 books that he wrote, and we'll talk about it in just a little bit.
Nice.
If you don't believe that I read it, I do, because I think it said 2 pounds 2 ounces. Yes. There's a lot of medical technical stuff that I'm understanding about it. So I'm a slow reader, man. I'm only on my page 3. I'll have to. I read kind of slow. When I had to read my script, it was like, it's morphin. Oh no, the monsters are attacking. Make the monsters grow. Battle. Monsters fight. Win. Laugh. Go Ranger. That's kind of script. It's kind of the format. It said insert different monsters, insert Kimberly. Tommy, help. Yeah, Tommy saves the day. Wow, monsters grow. Tommy gets the dragons. Do.
Question: does Tommy ever play Jethro Tull on that thing?
Sometimes. He's got an old playlist that I should come up with a playlist.
Spotify that. Hey, we just came up with something. You should Spotify
Loop playlist.
The Tommy playlist, and so that way when people are working out or exercising or doing your videos, they can listen to the playlist.
That's right.
How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah! There was that thing out there a long time on Instagram when he was playing the Snoop Dogg thing. This and that meme or whatever it is. Yeah.
So who's going to have questions? Once again, raise your hands real quick. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to line up back here. Raise your hand. See that nice lady right there? That's where the line's going to start. So if you got a question, let's go ahead and line up, get it going. How's that sound? We feel good about that? Yeah! All right. But first question, I don't know where we're going.
But did they ever approach him to do an hour?
Thank you, sir. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. I was so happy when I walked outside, I was checking on people, and all of a sudden, you roll up on me like,
we're about to ask questions.
So let everybody know what your name is.
My name is Brian. I'm from Bossier.
Wait, is it just one question, or we have
To make sure we get through everybody.
Okay.
First of all, what JDF people always
Questions
tell
you wanna
me.
Tony Stark and Jesus.
What's your question?
Well, here's a quick question. Not really a question, but can you do a few Tommy moves for me?
Couple Tommy moves?
Yeah. A couple martial arts moves.
Yeah, I can show you a few things.
Okay.
If I did, I'm really not dressed up anymore, but
You're always dressed up. What are you talking about? You're always looking fresh.
yeah, you all want the dragon dagger?
Yeah!
You want to dance for it and have the dragon dagger?
Not that dragon dagger.
The girls might want to see it.
There you go.
You know what's funny is that never pressed the red button. It's okay.
Make sure your pants.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. You're welcome. You got another one? You got a follow-up?
Yeah! You said that? No.
Here's the second part for you. I know that there's different types of martial art styles. So what type of style did Tommy use in the show?
It was called American style. It was a couple combinations and stuff like that. I had another guy, his name is Joey. He deals with something called pops. Well, I see him all the time in his wheelchair. I actually trained him in karate. Because karate trains your brain. So I told him to close his eyes, picture his body. Because when I read in your book, from my understanding, is you will tell your leg to move and it might not respond fast enough, right? So see, the good thing in your mind is that you're able to see yourself and you're able to do the moves in your mind. So that's what martial arts really is. I taught him, and it was probably the best class that he ever had. And people didn't understand, like, you didn't teach him, but martial arts is all about the mind. You know what I mean? So once I read your books, I'll follow you and I'll give you some tips to do that kind of stuff. You know, you're welcome.
That's awesome. Give it up for the first question. Your name, sir? Chris.
Chris.
Here.
Literally.
Perfect.
Literally, here.
Peter.
I like it. Which question?
I know they attempted to spin off Masked Rider or Kamen Rider from Power Rangers, and I know you did Cybertron, this pilot. Did they ever attempt to bring you into any potential Kamen Rider pilots?
Well, no, I did Cybertron, sold that worldwide. 60% of the world was a syndicated show. The Kamen Rider, how do you say it?
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider. The director, Steve Wayne, was doing it. A good friend of mine, Steve Wayne, worked on a movie called Guyver. Steve Wayne worked on Power Ranger stuff, so he wanted me to go on to that show to do it. But Bondi had an issue because I was already a Bondi toy, so they couldn't let me be another Japanese toy. So there was a licensing thing on that, which is kind of glad that, you know, I mean, I didn't do a lot of other stuff, which is good. So that's why when I did Bloodshot, it was fun for me. And so I kind of conserved a lot of my stuff for what we have planned as the Power Ranger universe. You know, with the Dragon, the Green Ranger solo book that we're releasing in a series. That's kind of what I really want to do. You know, is to stick to the Power Ranger brand because, as you know, all the other brands have not come near what Power Rangers is. True, even Masked Rider, VR Troopers, those ratings weren't anywhere near what we were. So I was kind of happy to be on the highest rated show at that time.
Big bad Beetleborgs?
Right down below.
Great second question for you, sir.
Rating wise. Everything, and unfortunately, the way television works and everything's all about ratings. And that's what's sad is, you know, Brian, when you sell a book, sometimes there's corporate people that don't even care what your book says. They're people that don't even believe in certain things. Like I had the Jesus and Tap company, and nobody wanted to carry the brand. The Army wouldn't let me put Jesus and Tap on the mat, and I was like, that's where we get it from. One Nation under God is where I got that from. So sometimes people don't understand the content, and it's unfortunate that you have to prove numbers.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, your book moves a lot of numbers, and all these weird random people come out and go, oh, I always believed in your book. And you're like, no, you didn't. You really didn't. So sometimes things are led by numbers, and Power Rangers was one of those numbers, you know, that was led by numbers. But Saban really did care about the brand. I mean, we're talking a billionaire that will come on set, that will keep his hands on the brand because he really loves the brand. That's why when he sold it to Hasbro, he's still there mentoring Hasbro how to do the brand. He's really picky. Like, this guy's a billionaire. He'll come and he'll be like, you need to change this. I don't know why you took the mask. You can be fired like that. That's how much control he has. He doesn't fire anyone, but you can't take visors out of the mask, mouthpieces. You can't mess with this baby. Because when you do, he'll get really upset. So he's kept it true. Tony took it back from Disney and put it in Hasbro's.
Well, that makes sense. Awesome. Tommy,
What's up, man?
I remembered your name. You didn't think I was going to remember it this time.
No, I know you remember. He remembers it. When you are not traveling and you're not doing all the conventions and stuff, then Jerry, when you're at home, what do you like? Do you just, relax, enjoy your family and, have fun, and be just, the normal life?
What are your hobbies outside?
Like, what are your hobbies, basically?
It's funny, no one really asked that question. You know what I mean?
Good question.
It's cool that you guys have the best fans in the world to ask how you are or how you doing, or I don't know, Jenna's supposed to be here, but I don't know, she's around somewhere. She takes her like hours to get ready.
That's a woman.
But yeah, I travel so much and I do things. My hobbies, I love the wet tunnel, I love skydiving. Although you guys know as much as I love skydiving, I probably only have 5 jumps in the last year because I'm just so busy doing what I'm doing. And then wind tunnels, I have a little bit more wind tunnels like that. Went through a couple injuries, but when I get home, I sometimes don't know what to do with free time. I get antsy. I go on Instagram. After shows like this, Salt Lake, San Diego, and other shows, I like to recoup, sleep a little bit, but I do have trouble sleeping. So I don't really know how to answer that question. I think the biggest thing, my challenge is all the personal things that you guys have. Register your cars, do this, do that, all your personal things, your checkbooks, your bills, all that. What you guys do, I have to delay all that. So when I get home, I'm like, put my clothes away, doing all that, and filtering through all my Power Ranger stuff. So, and by the time I get settled, I'm off to another show. So personal things get piled up. I wish I had the time just to watch shows, but I don't.
Spend time with your wife and kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm so active on Instagram that I would like to go to Instagram. I like that stuff. I like going to Instagram. I like the social media aspect. So I'd rather do that than like watch a TV show. That's just for me because I feel like I reach so many people within that hour or 2 hours of doing stuff.
That's right. Good question, Tommy. Thanks, man. What's up, sir? Give us your name again. Star Striker.
Star Striker, do it.
Star Striker.
It's got a comic book too, right?
Yes, sir.
Promote it right now.
Oh, what?
I love to ask a question. This is what I would say. What's up, everybody? My name is
Oh.
Star Striker. Y'all get my book?
Oh, you want me to?
Give us.
Star Striker is. Let me tell you a little bit about Star Striker.
Oh, you want me to?
3 or 4 books out.
Hold on.
Oh,
Go for it. Do it.
Oh, you want me to come
Do
up?
it. No, do it right here.
Okay, first of all, I just want to let y'all know, Gabriel Johnson, about my own series called Star Striker. It's a little Shreveport defender, about 7 years old, and his thing is no matter how young you are, you can still be a hero, just like Justin Blue Turbo Ranger, sort of.
Right on. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I got if that's okay. Okay, one. Okay. My question is, if there's any other role outside of Power Rangers you could play, if someone called you to play Tony Stark or Jesus, would you take any of those roles?
Whoa.
I would definitely take the Iron Man. I mean, and then playing Jesus would have to, and that's like a Christian movie. I mean, it would be something that, when you're always a parent, doing stuff like that would be a very hard role to do, only if I'm like a good actor like Mel Gibson was to portray how his struggles were.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of Christian movies out there that I do enjoy. I do feel like one day I'd like to do a movie like that, not like Jesus, but to do a movie that was like Christian oriented and give a good message. There's so many terrible things out there. Negative this. That's why I like my fans. If you look, and like you posted yesterday, you guys. We got to like feed our brain. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we don't do that enough. And we have to put gas in the car. We feed our bodies with whatever else, but we got to feed the brain positive things, and not just for you, but do things for others. That's the key. There's so many greedy people that don't do things for others. And I post sometimes, and And people are like, well, if you're a Christian, you shouldn't post, that you did something good for people. I don't post everything because there's so many stories. But I did post me pushing the truck, and the only reason for that was a dangerous side of the road. Nobody helped this guy. He was out there sweating. I jumped out and helped him. Everybody honking, going around me too. Like, get out of the way, you two stupid people pushing the truck. But it would have been different to go, oh, well, that's the Green Ranger. They all would have came and helped me push because they knew who I was. They didn't know who I was. So I like to treat everyone equal. And so doing good things like that, the reason why I share on Instagram is to motivate other people, get off your butt and do good things, and don't expect nothing back. If you do something good for me, don't expect nothing back. But when you give to me, like your books or your comics, I think it's kind of cool that I can look at them and give back. But you're not giving just for me to, give you a bunch of feedback. You're giving because you're proud of what you do. You're proud of your books. You're proud of your stories. And so that's the least I can do is look at it, maybe post on Instagram, see your story. So my point to that is just do good for people and don't keep track of it. You guys, we all know how many bad things we've done in life. We all know how many bad things someone's done to us. Like, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. But what about all the good things someone's done? We don't count all that. You ever go to a restaurant and said, excuse me, sir, I need to speak to your manager right now? What would they do? Is everything okay? I just want to speak to your manager. Manager comes, go up there. Hey, I just want to tell you that this waitress was an awesome, super awesome. She's the best employee you got here. Nobody does that. Because the society is trained to be like we're in trouble. You're only going to tell on me when we're in trouble. And we're only going to post bad things. I'm going to look for that one bad out of 1,000 people, the bad person say, I saw you and you didn't say hi to me. I would challenge that person. Where'd you see me? You were getting a tattoo. Okay, I was getting a tattoo at the Sacramento Con. Did I see you? Not really. But I'm getting a tattoo. You want me? Hey, buddy. Come on. I'm not even focused on you. I'm focused on getting this tattoo. Right? So just got to be nice to everyone. This is a hard job to do because there's days I'm not happy. I go through whatever you all go through. Imagine you going through your worst period of your life. Losing your mom, losing your brother, losing people to cancer. And someone comes up and says, hey, I want to, you really don't have the time, but you do it anyway. Even the airport people. They sign like 100 things. I know they sell them, but when I have a bad day and I say, hey, man, my mom just passed away. I understand, bro. But can you sign these anyway? I do it, but those people I will never do things for because they didn't deposit in my emotional bank account. They just take. We all have friends that do that. And so you need to tell your friend, hey, deposit a little bit. But if you do good things for people, it'll all come back to you. It really will. It'll all come back to you. So that's kind of the point, is do good for people and train the little kids here how to, do things. My daughter's so giving. She's not here, but she's a brat sometimes at home. She don't listen, but one thing, she has a good heart, and she will give to people. And that will make me happy because she's seen me her whole life stop and push someone in a wheelchair. Stop. Push a truck. Stop. Give some money to someone that doesn't have it. I will go out of my way for that. She sees that, and that's just how she thinks that she needs to be, and that's how I want her to be. And so, lead by example sometimes and help people. That's the reason why I post. Not because I want, oh, look at me, I did something good for someone. It's just, it makes other people feel comfortable. Like, hey, this is the guy he is. You know what I mean? So I know it's a long answer, but I think that's an important message to give everyone. And that's because you asked me when I played Jesus. That's where the conversation went. It's on your phone.
That's good.
It's a good question.
My question is, and I've asked this question to the one who played Captain Sutherland.
Yeah.
My question to you is, if you could go back to like your 5 or 10-year-old self and tell him that one day all around the world people are gonna know your face, know your name, want to take pictures and selfies with you, which thank you, by the way, for doing that with me yesterday. That I really appreciated it.
No problem.
How do you think your younger self would react to this news of being a world famous person years from now?
Yeah, man, this is kind of one of those things where, no one's really asked that question, but I'll give you an example of like Evander Holyfield, right? he's, ever since he was a kid, he would look in the mirror and say, I'm a world champion, I'm gonna be a world champion, I'm gonna be the best boxer, I'm gonna be a world champion. Every day he was a kid, he told himself that. And that really is the secret to the universe. And so when I was a little kid, I would not know what a ranger is. Because when I was 19 or 18, I got it. I said, what in the world's that? I don't even know what a ranger is. Superhero, cool. I collected comic books. I had a big comic book collection. I sold it for a karate school. My first karate school when I was like 18 or 19. I love Wolverine. I got teased in school for reading comic books. You know what I mean? I got teased in school for wearing a Wolverine shirt. And then I realized, self-defense. I was never teased again. But you know, the point is, ever since I was a little kid, it's something I wanted to do. I didn't know where I was going to be, but I knew that, you know, like I wanted to influence people through the martial arts and through training. So I told myself at the age of 5 what I was going to do. I might have lost sight of my goal because I didn't want to know exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to search for it. And searching creates hunger. And just like a boxer or a fighter, if you're hungry inside the ring and you got to put milk on the table, you're going to be a good fighter. And I think Mayweather's still hungry in the ring because he needs to buy millions of dollars of watches, but that's still besides the point. You know, sometimes you got to be in search and you got to search for it. So, I guess if I was 5, I wouldn't even know what Power Rangers was. And but I didn't at 19, and everyone said it was the stupidest job that ever, and nobody would take that job. I took it, and I believed in it, and I still do. I was the first one doing Comic-Cons. I went back to Dino Thunder. Did you know Dino Thunder? I could not get one interview to promote. I could not get one interview. No, Power Rangers was gone. Power Rangers was done. Everybody come up and go, that's has been. The Power Rangers still on TV. We can't give you promotions. I went on a world tour and it was one, New York, and that was it. And we couldn't get interviews. And now, Brian was saying all the people that didn't give me interviews, they all want interviews now. And I don't hold grudges because I believe that we shouldn't hold grudges. But it does feel good inside to be successful and validate what they did not believe in and be like, yeah, cool. I'll give you an interview. People inside you like, you didn't want an interview a long time ago. But it's just the way it is. That's the way life works, and that's what I told one of my friends yesterday who's doing a movie called Blind Spotting. I asked him if he's coming to San Diego Comic-Con. He's like, I'm not too cool for that. And I just told him that Blind Spotting's on Sony. It's like going to be a big movie. And I just told him, I was like, well, you will be cool because he's only got 20 or 30,000 followers. Once the movie launches, you'll have people out of the woodwork calling you, going, I'm your cousin, I'm your second cousin, your third cousin, the fourth cousin. Who? Right? So when you're on top, your phone rings, and when you're at bottom, your phone don't ring. So it's best to stay on the bottom and humble with all the people because you can bring them up as you go up, I guess.
I'm going to amen that too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Give it up for that. Let's get your name again.
Alex Eversole, Alexandria, Louisiana. You've done Lord Dracon in both Hyperforce and in the Shattered Grid trailer. Would you, like, well, Walter Jones, Kathleen Sullivan, and a few others, would you come back not to do Tommy, but to do like a monster or villain voice? For example, Walter Jones came back in Lost Galaxy to do a monster for an episode, and also came back in Forever Red to do one of the Machine Empire generals. Would you yourself come back to do a monster or villain voice instead of Tommy? Or would you be afraid of doing that because you're afraid that your voice would be too recognizable?
Well, I'm not afraid of nothing, but I'm just talking to the brand. It's like Captain Kirk, when you go back and be like one of those, no, I can't cross the line. I like, in the Power Ranger universe, it's I gotta stay who I am. That's why we went to Lord Draken. So we can create Tommy as Lord Draken and continue. It was very confusing when Medina was some Red Ranger and then he went back as the villain on the other season. If you guys are familiar with that. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, no, raise your hand if you know the Medina Red Ranger prison. All right, never mind. That guy.
Wild Force Red Ranger.
He did the Wild Force Red Ranger, and then the other season he played a bad guy. So it was 2 roles, but they casted him, and they didn't know it was the franchise didn't know that he played the Red Ranger. So he auditioned for the bad guy and got casted in the role. Trust me, Hollywood, you're nobody in Hollywood. They don't even know your name. Sometimes you're just a number. So he auditioned and got the role that he played. So I don't think I would cross the line. I do want to do Lord Draken. I do want to introduce other characters, because if I have a show, I'll be in charge of the show, and I'm able to bring back people who are passionate about the brand, not bring back people that ask me how much they're getting paid. Those are the people that I want to work with. I want to work with the people that say, I'll do it. And that's the reason why we got Sierra on the Street Fighter Power Ranger one. I'll do it. She'll do it. I had 4 other people I was asking. They all were unavailable. She was on my list. I knew it. I said, call her. She's going to do it. It's not going to give us an issue of how much are we going to get paid. She's like, yeah, I'd love to do it for the fan base. Training them young, because she's young, about what the fandom's all about. Yeah. Do it for the fans. Don't do it for the money. Yeah. That's just how I feel. So.
Can I say amen again on that?
No, oh, you can. No one else is.
Amen.
You know what the Lord did? Thank you. Go ahead.
No, I'm with you.
Thank you, man. And Power Morphicon, is anyone coming to Power Morphicon?
I am.
You are. Very good. Power Morphicon, I'm doing the Lord Draken, dressing up, selling 50 tickets, all to charity. I'm picking out 4 or 5 charities. They can click on the link. You're going to pay a lot of money for the ticket, probably $200 for a photo op, but it's 100% to charity. I can't lowball it. I want to raise $10,000 for a charity, and I want to make sure that the Power Rangers get back to the people in the community, because unfortunately sometimes with shows is that we're so busy just sucking the money out of everyone that we're not giving back to the community. So Power Morphicon, for example, in future things, in the future of Power Rangers, I want to get back to the community is what I want to do. Because giving, and I really want to build a house like in Mexico, like really, not just do an Instagram picture, like I used to do with Hammer at my karate school, and then someone else. I'm talking about really getting down and dirty and building a house that's not stable. You're like, house falls.
DIY till you die.
Kill 4 people. I don't know. I tried building it. No, I won't. That'd be bad press, right? I'm doing something nice and then it turns bad press and the house collapses and everything. No, I would like to help as much as I can. And it's always been a dream of mine to do like a mission. Also been a dream of mine to go to the military camps, bases, and see the military guys. And I could never line it up. Every guy says, you should come to the base and tell me. I'll come for free, pay my own way. I'd like to go and entertain some troops and go out there. I thought that'd be really fun. I just can't get it done. I ask everybody to go do it, you know, and to come to a base, it'd be fun. I see all the UFC guys doing it, all the other people, and I know for a fact that's the age group that love Power Rangers. They would be like, heck yeah. Anyway.
Next question. Here we go. Your name, sir?
Mike.
It's not Scott.
Mike. Johnny and Boss was here about a year ago and tells the story while you were filming the movie, you dared him to climb on top of a bus and then proceed to try and kill him. I want to hear your side of the story.
He's the guy that went outside the bus. I didn't force him.
Dared him.
I've heard this story.
It wasn't even dare. It was just, I just said, hey man, Jackie Chan does all his own stunts. And he's like, yeah, what do you mean? I was like, dude, that was so cool. You should climb out the window, climb on the roof while we're going, and then climb back into the window. I thought it would be really cool. So he went out. So I just rolled up the window. He's like on the other side, knocking on the door, open the window, and I was like, why is Johnny and Bosch on top of the van? It's so stupid.
I've heard him tell that story.
Finally, I rolled the window down.
It's so good.
He said you took the wheel and started like.
Yeah. Well, that was besides the point. If he wants to be a stuntman, you got to give him some leeway to kind of like, you know.
You're just trying to help.
I was just trying to help him, man. Now look, see, he does all his own stuff. He's got some movies out. He did a whole bunch of other stuff. He's doing voices. I traumatized him. I brought out 50 different voices in his body. Brought out his singing guitar voice because he was like, hello. Brought me out. He was doing eye shine. It was all because of that. Putting that eye shine on. I helped him.
Ready for another question?
Yes.
All right. Your name, sir?
My name's Seth. Here. Yeah. Well, one, it's been great meeting you. Thank you for coming to Shreveport Bossier.
Thank you.
And, one thing I
My
actually
tattoo guy lives here, but tattoo artists always want to come to Shreveport and get tatted.
that's one I would say go to like Wendy at Body Electric.
Dude, James Clemens did every one of my tattoos. I can't go against James. He lives here now.
Yeah, his tattoo is on Highway 3 on Mitten Road.
I don't even know where he works, but I just go when they said, where do you get tattoos? James Clemens. He did every one of my tattoos. I have one on my butt. Let me show you. Oh, hey, calm down now. Calm down.
Family show.
It says crack kills. Okay, go.
How do you feel about the Japanese White Ranger?
I just crushed everyone's dreams. All the thing from Tommy. What do I think of the Japanese, the Green Ranger?
Versus the White Ranger.
He's well, yeah, he's going to Power Morphicon. That's pretty cool. He's coming up there. The guy who played, well, he was a kid, but he's grown up now, so he's going. I thought it was cool. I mean, I'm just thankful that they all filmed the show, so we had a chance to film the show. Thankful for Heim sitting in the hotel room, not doing anything in Japan, turning on something and saying, "What is this show? I'm going to make that show worldwide," and he did. He made it a household name, which he told me he was going to make it a household name. When someone says that, you're like, "Yeah, right." And but I do. Once we get the video game, Nicole, I have a video game that's super awesome. We just saw the level 5 or level 4, whatever it is, level 4, different levels. I'm so excited about that game. It was supposed to be released at San Diego Comic-Con, but I was doing Power Ranger Legacy War Games, so I couldn't be like, by the way, my game's just launched, but it's really cool. And I just thought I'd mention that for whatever reason.
What's the name of the game again?
Had ADD. It's matching My Morphin Life, so it's just My Morphin Life video game. I morph into a white tiger. Yeah. And actually, Nicole's in the game too. All my staff was in the game. Yep, I gotta try to save her. Then I said, let's not save her. The alien eats her, and because it's cheaper, you know what I mean? Like the girls, it's just kind of like, the alien ate her, and she only half my stuff, you know? No, but she is in a video game. And a lot of my other instructors are too, so it's pretty cool. We did voiceovers. She did her first voices. They took like a couple years to film. I played it, I lost like right away. I couldn't get past myself, you know, so I'm really bad at games. So I'm trying to experiment with it, but I'm not that good at it. It's harder, it's challenging, but it's gonna be a free download for everyone on iPhones. What is it? iOS is iPhones, Android, iOS, iPhones, computers. It's gonna be a free download. I'm really excited. It looks really good. I don't like putting cheap stuff out there, so this is gonna be really high quality and fun. And everything you see in there is me doing mocap. Nice. So when you see the kicks and you see all that stuff, I had to do it all. Is there weapons in the game? Did he put weapons in there? Nunchucks? I didn't see that stuff though. What level? Well, I'm on level 1. I died.
You said it was tough yesterday. You said you had.
Yeah, it's tough, but I gotta like test it for bugs. I can't. I'm only testing level 1. Man, stupid game.
What'd you say?
Button magic.
Yeah. Button magic.
Button mash that.
Oh, I think you said butt magic.
Hey. You didn't say it too, son. You didn't say that.
We gotta let you try it out, dude. We gotta let you play the game.
You gonna play the game?
You should try it out.
You wanna try? He's like, okay, good. Do it.
Is it on your phone? It's on her phone.
Go try it on her phone? Go try it on.
Come up here. Sit up here.
Come here.
You see, I gotta watch it. Come up here.
Come on, go. You can do it. Nicole's just gonna skip.
Nicole's trying to erase all her pictures before she can hear her Come up here. See, she'll tell you how to play. Sit down. I'm gonna do reaction video on her face. No matter what, say it's cool. What's your first name again? Tyler is going to test out the game here. It's the first open. I wish we had a television up here today.
Exactly. Yes.
So you're going to test it out. You're actually the first kid that's going to test this out. Nicole might have to prep you on it, but and everything you do, make sure you get good reactions.
Yeah, like a little prompt.
Help him out because he's about to say this thing. He's doing pretty good. Oh, you did more? I did more into that, huh?
Yeah, I'm tiger now. No, you clawed in the face. Clawed in the face. No.
You're doing good though. red bandana. I went in there and I showed up in street clothes and I didn't know they wanted to film, so I got like Prada shoes on, a Louis Vuitton belt, and a Louis Vuitton bandana. He's like, let's film. I was like, I guess.
Nice. This game is actually pretty tough.
It is pretty
See the hole you're right there right now?
Oh, it worked again. You see
It's
it
tiger
worked
time.
again?
It's tiger time.
Dude, that morphing sequence is cool.
I wish you guys could see. We're really not even playing anything.
We're really good actors.
Where are you? Oh yeah, that's my line. Where are you? What do you want with me? Did you
Shows
pass
you-
level 1?
Shows you the controls. There's the lightning bolt.
Ooh, lightning bolt. What is going on?
Are those zombies?
I don't know.
That actually is a pretty cool game. I'm not just saying that. I've never seen someone go this high before.
This game has some high qualities.
High quality?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like it?
It has good qualities?
Yes.
You like the kicking?
Yes,
That's me, dude, doing the kicks too.
Yeah. You have some pretty good kicks.
But you're doing so good on this game. Why?
No, I'm just good at video games, I guess.
You suck.
I do. I'm good at it. But I'll tell you one thing. I don't need to play games because that's me in that game. That's me doing those kicks.
Nicole, what are your thoughts on this right now?
Everyone just wants you to die so you can continue the Q&A. Oh, I morphed again.
He morphed into a tiger. This tiger's crazy looking.
Yeah.
But like in the best possible crazy way.
Alright. We have 10 seconds to go. 10.
9. Go, Ty, go.
7.
6.
5.
Get it, die.
4.
Come on, bro, you got it.
2.
Uno.
Die.
He's like screaming, die. Get up. It's like crack. We're not talking about your tattoos.
If you want to go to a good tattoo place, go to Bloodline.
Do you have a tattoo?
No, but my mom and dad always go to Bloodline.
Fans.
Honestly, it's the first time playing it with a kid. Tell people what
Nicole,
you
what's your
think.
phone?
What do you think of the game?
The game has some pretty good quality. It's got good quality. It's the morphine sequence is pretty cool.
I'm morphing to the white tiger.
Yeah, the tiger. I mean, you're like a yellow tiger right now.
It's a yellow. Wait, it's a white tiger. It's the white tiger. You know, we did the white tiger on the show.
But when you're the tiger, when you punch, instead of punching in the face, you got club in the face. That's why I was saying club in the face. That's why I was saying that. But it's a really good game.
Give it up.
The way it looks cool when you play, it doesn't look cool when I play. It's like boom, beat up all the time. But that's going to be available to, to download. So anyway, sorry for the delay.
Don't worry about it. We're good. You ready to do speed round?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. This is how it's gonna go. Quick question. One question only, and we're gonna move quick. Ready? Go.
Will you like to travel to Japan one day?
Done.
I did, and I got a tattoo, and I had a lot of fun. I was there for like a week. I have a lot of tattoos, and I didn't get served a lot of food, but other than that, hike tattoos.
Okay.
For real. Yeah.
Question.
That's not nice. I was starving. What do you mean? I got the nice restaurant. Nice. No, I was starving to death.
No, as in like nice.
It was nice.
Name the question.
My name's Q. Question would be, how many more projects do you have with Bat and the Sun?
Right at this point, we're doing really good because we did Ninjak, we did the Street Fighter, and I'm sure me and Bat and the Sun will be working for a long time, dominating the Hollywood action scene and the Power Ranger world. I'm pretty sure we will. He's done a really great job.
Love Bat and the Sun. What's your name again? You enjoy the game?
Yes, it was really good game. My question
It's a
is,
white tiger, dude.
what rank are you in karate?
8th degree black belt.
Good question.
Cool. If I wasn't, I don't see those kids. That was all me. That was crazy, right? And the guy was like, do another one, do another one. I'm like, relax, dude. I'm 44. Chill. Give me some time in between, buddy.
But
8th degree black belt.
Next question.
I'll post your reactions later too. Maybe I can take a video screenshot, put side by side.
You totally can.
Yeah. It'll have to be like a fake video though, because it won't be yours, so we'll make it look good. Solid.
Your name?
Adriana. How much training did you have to do for the show?
How much what?
How much training did you have to do for the show?
Just make sure we fit his pants. I'm gonna actually, after this, Nicole, I need to film a shot so I can put it side by side, right?
Do we need a release for that?
He said, I own it. He said he wanted to battle the Green Ranger. Who would win, Green Ranger or Luigi?
Luigi is
I know, but Luigi's old school. I feel bad hitting him. I grew up watching him as a kid. You know what I mean?
Would it be in the go-kart? We're scrolling by and he gives that look and he's like,
I don't know. Maybe I think Luigi will give me a mushroom and I'll feel weird and he will beat me up.
Oh, it might be a match.
Sorry. Done.
Clip.
Very true.
You were an inspiration to me growing up. As a little kid, I had a lot of trouble, and I remember watching Power Rangers. Green Ranger came out, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Remember, he used to go, yeah.
Yes.
That was my thing. Anyway, quick, what's your favorite part of being a Ranger? Least favorite part of being a Ranger? And also what project besides Power Ranger are you most proud of that you want to be remembered for?
I love the Green Ranger. I always want to be remembered for the Power Rangers. I love Bloodshot. That was really fun to play. Once Bloodshot blows up and then Diesel finishes filming and the movie's released, I was really passionate about that because I was the first person to film anything live with Valiant. And so if Valiant continues down the road, in 10, 20 years from now, I can say I was the first Bloodshot, the very first thing that we filmed. Best thing about Power Rangers is really sharing lives and doing this. I don't need to do this, man. Like, I've never done it for the money. I got that. I do it for the stories, and I do it for like the love of it and building such a good, strong fan base and motivating people like Brian and other people that give me things and their stations or armies to be true heroes. And I never really had like a hero to grow up with. I met Van Damme, and that went downhill. And Nicole was there. She witnessed everything. No lie. Everything I said was the truth. So the worst part about being Power Rangers, I don't think there's a worst part. I'm a hard worker. Everyone complained about the hours, 14, 15 hours a day. I was the first one on set, and I was the one to be like, hey, give me that kick. They're like, well, Red Ranger's supposed to get that. I'd be like, well, I don't see him around. Why don't you give me that kick? You know, I was always wanting to give me, with lightings and directing, and it was a lot of fun. So I don't know if there's a worst part about it. The worst part for me is, yeah, probably the fame part, you know, like the Phoenix thing and social media threats and all that stuff, you know, but I know God's got me and, you know, so. And if I did play Jesus on a movie, I'd be like, you want to kill me? Whoa, you're going to a bad place, sucker. We get struck by a lightning bolt right now. My hair's going to go back to what it used to look like. Answer the question.
My name is Michael, and my question is, was there a time that you were asked your opinion or consulted on the season of Power Rangers that you were not in?
The book. The Green Ranger novel. The book. Based off descriptions. I thought the book looked like me. Some people don't, but I'm getting old, you know what I mean? So I thought the book looked like me, so consulted on that. But other than that, Megaforce. I was the one that was like so bossy on Megaforce. Everybody's like, oh, he comes back for a season, he's telling us what to do. I'm like, yeah, change the Silver Morpher and take the gray stripe out of the helmet. And they actually did it in digital. They spent the money to take it out and to fix it in digital post. That I was proud of, because they never did it to me. They said, why do you care? I said, why do I care? Sir, I'll be going to some of these conventions around the world. You know what? People will ask 20 years, 25 years, a question, and they'll raise their hand and go, why did you have the silver stripe on the helmet? And I'll have to answer it. There's no reason at all. And there goes their question, 25 years, and the making, that's it. That's all you got. Is that Jenna on the phone? Is she here? My little girl's here, Jenna. You guys stop. And when you see her, be like, oh, Jenna, it's good to see you, because this way she'll come to more contact with me. She used to come to tables and people wouldn't talk to her. I would tell people, hey, talk to Jenna. And so she said one day, like, I just feel like I'm in your shadow. I don't feel like no one wants to talk to me. But I think people were scared to talk to me. They thought I was going to beat them up or something, you know? Like, it makes total So when you see her like, Jenna, high five, she'll be like, yeah. She's at that stage where she's like, ooh, yeah. Stuff I don't understand.
Your name?
My name's Vinny.
Kai's pretty good. Kai, show him your Taekwondo stance. Show him your stance, dude.
Do it.
Yeah. And he's wrong with the kid. You know what? I just gave him for 2 hours now to do that, thanks.
So my question is, would you like to visit Fort Polk?
Is that like for Army base? Or?
Yes, it's the Army base.
Yeah, dude, get it set up. I would love to come out there.
All right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool. You know what also too is like back then I didn't have the vlogs, but it'd be cool to vlog stuff like that. You know, to show the real heroes that are putting their lives on the line. Hey, I'm here to support you guys. You know what I mean? So I'll fly my own self. I'll do all my own things. So I'd love to come out there.
Give it up.
What is it?
Polk.
P-O-L-K.
F-O-R-T-P-O-L-K. Polk. So you said last question, so I figured we just walk over again. What's your name?
George.
Where are you from?
Upstate New York.
Fort Polk.
You're from upstate New York. Did you come here for this?
No, I'm out in Fort Polk.
He's from Fort Polk.
Fort Polk.
Give it up.
Hey, you guys better come down there, visit you guys.
Let's get some info together and we'll get that going.
So,
So,
what do you guys wear? Army like suits, or what does it look like? I mean,
No,
sometimes
it's
I say,
camouflage.
camouflage uniform. You know what? You can give me camouflage before the show, and then tell people I was there. And be like, I didn't see him. Be like, dude, he's camouflage. Of course you didn't see him. Did you see Diamond Thunder when he was invisible?
So my question is, I know back in May you ended up putting the challenge out with CM Punk and all that, but overall with your lifestyle, doing the tours and just trying to have some downtime, is there any possibility in the future of you going out and having any fights at all?
You know, it would have to be someone I really want to fight. And I know this is going to sound really terrible to people, but the only reason I want to fight Punk is I didn't need to train that hard. And I know that sounds really bad. And I didn't take time off to train him. So I was thinking I can go to Comic-Cons, I can like beat up Punk, and then go back to a Comic-Con. But if I get someone who's a really good trainer, I'll have to like, you know, train for that. And I know it sounds weird, like, well, Jason said you don't have to train to beat up CM Punk. That's what I said, quote to quote, that's what I said. But I wouldn't fight him now, just because he's not going to be fighting and stuff. But anyway, I'd like to. It just depends. I'm doing something at my gym. Coming up pretty soon in December. I'm fighting the guy that I fought in the first match. But what I'm doing is I'm not doing all the drama and the ticket sales and this. I'm just going to live stream it for my fans. It's going to be like a hard sparring match. I can get away from all, you know, the politics and just over my cage. You'll get to see me fight, beat them up. What else? You get to see other people fight. So it's going to be kind of cool. I thought that would be a new way of doing it instead of like all about money. And ticket sales is stressful for me. When I get offered more money to do things, I disappear. And people don't understand that. When people start negotiating like my more for life, I was so uncomfortable. I didn't want to sell it for like $100 grand. I just didn't want to sell it at all. I just wanted, that's why I own it back. I live stream it or like YouTube it because I just, for my fans, I'm really touchy on that. Like the group photo ops, I couldn't do a group photo op. How much are they going to charge for that? Even if I waive my fee, group photo ops are going to like, just, it's going to cost too much money unless we did group photo ops for charity. Then I'm down for that. I'd be like, too bad, you want to get it? Spend 100% goes to charity. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that splitting money and it's uncomfortable for me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Thanks for the last question.
Appreciate it.
Final thoughts?
We need to film you doing the video game again. So we can dismiss everyone. We'll come over here. I'll do over-shoulder shot. I'll intercut your reactions together, which is really cool. Once the game comes out, which probably work it out through the bugs and stuff, right? Once that game comes out, I'd love you guys to play that. Just check it out and just enjoy it. Everything I do for the fans, I just want you to really enjoy it and have fun. And enjoy the brand. Enjoy the Comic-Cons. We really appreciate you guys coming. I will say one thing about ABC. ABC, I said that, it just sounded like I said ABC. About their Comic-Cons is that Greg and the promoters and everyone here is the same team of people. And they bring really good shows to you guys. But one thing I love about Greg is that he cares about the fans. Like he does this, like he's on hands. Like he will send guys to go pass out flyers, put up things in stores, And I just talked to him out in the back, and this is where I'm talking about milking fans and charging fans. I talked to him, and he said, you know, I don't want to go too big. I don't want to go and start flying, because he said one thing, and this is the truth, you don't even know I'm talking. He says, I want to keep costs down. I want to keep costs down for the people, because it drives costs up like Wizard World and other shows that have all these fans, and all of a sudden you're paying like $60 to $80 a ticket. It's too much. That's why sometimes I hook you all up. It's just too much for shows sometimes. And so I like that about him. About the one thing he said is keeping costs down. Most promoters I hear, let's raise the cost. Let's make more money. Let's bring in bigger people. And that's why I love doing these shows. And I told Greg, no matter how big I get and how here, I always got a home at the ABC Comic-Cons or anime shows, you know what I mean? So thank you guys for having me. You guys do a good job. All the helpers, everyone here, I appreciate it. So that's my final thoughts. I will be at the table for the last time, and Jenna will be here, so if you do see Jenna,
that's cool.
Like, hey, Jenna. She's like, oh yeah, right.
So we have
on the table. Let me tell you some of the stuff. You know what a slug is? No, that's when someone's dropping a slug on you, like talking about, okay, Jenna. And then she tries to tell me about other music that was out before she was even born, that kind of stuff. She's like, did you hear that new thing, Sublime? I ain't got no crystal ball. Yeah, Jenna, I heard about that song.
So my final word is, thank you for the really kind words. I really appreciate that. I know all the guys here do too, so thank you for that. And amen.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I appreciate you guys. Okay, yeah, we can do it. Okay. Perfect.
Y'all feel good? Yeah! All right, so the last panel we have is Tom Kane. He's an amazing voice actor, and I'm telling you right now, you want to be here for it. It's gonna